Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's quick tutorial, I'm going to show you exactly how to remove those automatic K and M suffixes from your numbers in Power BI visuals. You know what I'm talking about when your 1000 becomes 1.25K or your million turns into 1.25M. By the end of this video, you'll know how to get your full numbers showing up just the way you want, so your reports look super clear and tailored for your audience. Let's dive right in. So for this demonstration, I've got a simple table of sample data all about sales, just to keep things easy to follow. The table's called Sales Data and it's broken down into categories A through E, with some example sales values ranging from about 1,000 to over 4 million. This is a pretty typical setup, especially if you're dealing with revenue, quantities, or any kind of data that might have large numbers scattered throughout. Now, let's talk about what happens by default when you visualize this data in Power BI. If you go ahead and plot these sales numbers on, say, a column chart or use a card visual to display a single value, you'll probably notice something Power BI does automatically. It scales your numbers down, turning 1,250 into 1.25K and 1,250,000 into 1.25M. This isn't a mistake. Power BI is just trying to make those big numbers fit nicely and look cleaner. But sometimes, especially if each digit is meaningful for your business or your stakeholders aren't familiar with these abbreviations, it's important to show the full number. You might be wondering why this happens. Well, Power BI uses something called display units in the formatting settings of your visuals. By default, it's set to auto, which means Power BI will guess the best way to present large numbers based on what it thinks is optimal for readability. That's why you see K for thousands, M for millions, and so on. But what if you want to change it? Let's walk through how to remove these K and M suffixes step by step. First, click to select the visual where your numbers are being abbreviated. This could be any visual, maybe a card, a column chart, really anything that's showing your numbers. With it selected, look over to the right-hand side to the Format Visual pane. Sometimes just finding the right setting takes a moment, so don't rush. What you're looking for is the callout value section if you're using a card, or just the data labels or y-axis depending on your visual. Once you're there, find the option labeled Display Units. Right now it's likely set to auto. Go ahead and click that drop-down. You'll see options for thousands, millions, billions, even trillions if your data calls for it, but the key one here is simply none. Select none, and instantly your numbers will expand to show their full values, so instead of seeing 1.25M, you'll see 1,250,000 exactly as it appears in your table. This might look a little crowded if your chart is tight, but it's perfect when you want full transparency or when those raw numbers really matter. That's really all there is to it. Don't worry if you don't see the result right away. Sometimes visuals take a second to update. And if you ever want to switch back to using K or M for brevity, just return to the same setting and choose Auto or the specific unit you prefer. Playing with this setting can make your reports much easier to understand, depending on who's reading them. And that's it. Now you know how to take full control over how your numbers display in Power BI. If this helped you out, give the video a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or run into any hiccups, drop your thoughts down in the comments. I check them regularly and I'm always happy to help. Don't forget to subscribe for more straightforward Power BI tips and tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.